If you're an aspiring product designer trying to get into the scene at the moment, let me tell you one thing, the market is not easy right now. In fact, according to Indeed, there's a 70% drop in UX jobs listing from its peak in 2022. But of course, this video is not about all sad things. There are still jobs in the market compared to what we used to have in 2021. And UX design still continues to be one of the top jobs out there. In fact, according to a study on Glassdoor, the job satisfaction for a UX designer is still 4.0 out of 5, which makes it the top 24 best jobs out there. Which means designers are still paid decently well and they're happy with their job. So in this video, I want to talk about how do you land yourself a design interview in this competitive environment. So hello everyone, my name is Ujjwal. I'm a product design manager with an experience of over 10 years and currently I'm managing the design team at Springy. And I hope by the end of this video, you have something useful to take away. And if you do, then please subscribe to this channel. Number one, and this might sound very basic, but you have to make sure that you're job ready. What that means is your portfolio should be updated and it should be a true representation of who you are and what all you can offer. Whatever your potential is, your portfolio should represent that. And secondly, your portfolio should be relevant. So how do you make sure your portfolio is relevant? By making sure that you're looking at other designers' portfolio. So every day or every week, at least spend some time looking at other portfolios just to compare on which level you are at. Because those are the same guys who will be applying for a job where you are also applying. Second thing, make authentic requests on LinkedIn. What I mean by that is when you send a request, your first message should not read out that you're looking for a job. Just send a request. Just say that you want to connect with someone. Don't come across as somebody who is looking for something, right? Because then, of course, you may not get a reply or there may not even be a job at that point of time. And second, when you're connecting with other designers or the senior designers, always ask for feedback. You can always ask for feedback and most of the times people will respond because everybody out there is trying to help somebody or the other. That's the innate nature. Designers are empathetic human beings because we are learning to be empathetic, right? So if somebody asks me for feedback, I may just give them feedback. In fact, that also helps you to be remembered. And this is going to be one of the themes in this video. You need to make an impression and you need to be remembered. Why? Because there may not be a job right now, but there may be in future. And if in future there is a job, whichever person that you have spoken to remembers you and then they contact you. So that is something that you need to make sure always. So whatever kind of conversation you're having, whatever kind of projects you're sending out for feedback, make sure everything is top notch. Make sure that's your best work. All right. Number 4, when you look at a job, when you see a job listing on LinkedIn, what do? You directly go and apply. Of course, that is one way of going about it. But the other way is finding out who the hiring manager is. Let's say there is an opening in Spinny in my company and I may be that hiring manager. There's a good chance that if you send me an email, I would probably read that email. But about emails, okay, if you're writing to somebody for a job, if there is an opening and you're writing either to their LinkedIn DM or to that email, what should you write? You should write about why you are suitable for that particular role in that particular company. So there are two aspects, right? The role. So what are you going to add in that role? And why are you looking for that specific company? You know, you will be applying to a lot of jobs, right? Because the market is such that you'll be applying to every job that is out there. But at least the ones where you think that you really want to get it or you really want to be noticed, this is what you can do. You can study what that company is doing, what has been the aspirations of that company. If you can find some videos on YouTube where the CEO is talking about the commission of the company, that will be helpful because then that kind of connects you on what you can add, knowing that context about the company. So this is some kind of research that you can do. And let me tell you, it's not going to be very extensive. For probably one role, you can spend 15 to 20 minutes. But what this does is you start appearing to be somebody who consciously wants to apply for that job. And I have received some of these emails, which I actually remember. And I have actually preferred that candidate because that shows that there is commitment in that person. Again, the major theme, be remembered. Right? And number 5, even after doing all of this, let's say if you're not getting a job at the moment, because the market will improve in the future. It's not going to be, this state is not going to be permanent. What you can do till that time is make sure that you're building your personal brand. And you've heard this term personal brand. How can you do that? So of course, Be slightly regular on LinkedIn. Make sure you're posting regularly. You can post about your projects. You can share thoughts about something happening in the tech world or even the non-tech world and connect it with design on how you think. So that kind of shows your design thinking, and it also reaches to a larger audience. Use hashtags, use all the ways that you can grow on LinkedIn, because that personal brand that you're building is going to help you land a job in the future. Because even if right now you're not landing a job, you're at least being seen by people, right? So that is going to later translate into a job. So build your personal brand, share posts on LinkedIn regularly, share your projects on LinkedIn. And another thing, there used to be something called Dribble Shorts, and it still exists. People post on Dribble, but what you can actually do, that style of posting where you're creating something small, delightful, and memorable that you post on Dribble, you can do the same kind of post on LinkedIn as well. Because everybody may not have the time to go through an entire document or an entire research thesis, but for a reason, I will remember if I've seen a small micro interaction or a small prototype on LinkedIn, and I'll remember the person. Okay, this person does something delightful. That creates again an imprint in the other person, and then if there is a job in the future, that person might recall you. So of course, all in all, these are some things that I believe will help you land an interview, and these are obviously slightly unconventional ways of doing it, but I think if you follow and if you do it right, you're definitely going to land more interviews. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot for watching till the end. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I will be posting more videos about the journey of a designer from landing an interview to cracking an interview. So the next video I'll be talking about how to crack a design interview. So of course, if you love the way or love the style of delivery, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next